Python multiple threads, multiple processors for reading serial ports. I'm trying to write a Python class utilizing parallel processing threading for reading two serial ports, dev.ttys1 and dev.ttys2. Both of these ports are running at a 19,200 baud rate and are constantly active. I used PySerial for this purpose. Both of the read operations need to be run continuously and concurrently. I am wondering if should use the thread library or threading library or the multiprocessing library. I'm only worried because of the global interpreter lock, which doesn't give true threading ability for heavy I/O operations. But if the global interpreter lock doesn't affect me, then I will use the threading thread module. However, if it does, then I would need to cross-compile the Python multiprocessing libraries because this is on an embedded system. So my code would typically have thread 1 or process 1 equals reading ttys1 and writing to a buffer after performing some string operations on the read lines. Thread 2 or process 2 equals reading ttys2 and writing to another buffer after performing some string operations on the read lines. Other functions, etc. These buffers are further utilized by other parts in the code. Also, does multiprocessing in Python require multiple cores CPUs? Thanks for reading.
I'm not an expert on the subject in any way, but I keep on finding that the amount of additional subtleties that using threading requires is not worth the effort if I can parallelize via processes instead. A third module that you did not mention among the alternatives is subprocess. Edit on request of op, you can achieve parallel processing by creating separate scripts for the serial interfaces. This is a quick demo. It assumes that both files are in the same directory. Filecom.py, the serial script. This is just a mock, but the idea here is that the script runs autonomously, and only uses stdin and stout to communicate with the master program. Filemaster.py, the main program. Finally, this is a dump of the expected output. HTH.
The GIL is released during read operations, so it shouldn't affect you much. Cross-compiling multiprocessing sounds like overkill, or at least premature optimization. Do keep the code modular so you can switch later, though. I do believe the threading performance will depend on your OS. Your mileage will vary, especially on an embedded system. If you have an hour to spare, there's a talk on the GIL by David Beasley, PDF slides here. For high-performance threading, you'll want to see it to get the nasty details on how threading, the GIL, and the OS can all work together to kill performance.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.